Here we go. Roll that audio down a little bit. Here we go. Let me get the webcam up here. Hey, there we go. Okay, so we got this working, and I'm going to be doing it on the proper hardware. Let's actually get this a bit closer. Just tugged it a bit, trying to show the controller. That's going to happen more than once. We're going to talk about the controller. This game, because I'm already very familiar with it, there is a high likelihood that I'm going to like pause the game often, and I'm pretty quiet. Am I just quiet in comparison to the, this is, the music is being pushed in through, a different source than I'm used to. So, yeah, it'll be hard for me to keep an eye on it. This is, different setting. I'll move this here. This will probably help me keep a better tab on it. Anyway. So yeah, and I'm not sure, since we're doing Sonic 3, I'm doing Sonic 3 and Knuckles. I'm gonna do the full thing, because it's like, why not? Maybe I'll even split it into 2 videos, maybe no, maybe so, probably not. I'll probably jam it all into one, because I think if I just want to talk more about things that are in this game, I'll just leave it to its own separate video, and this will be very much a prelude, and I'll just repeat myself. It's honestly fine. If some whatever viewer doesn't like that I repeated myself, he can fuck himself. Okay. Anyway, but yeah, so let's get this game started up proper. Let's actually capture it. Oh, do I? Let's see. Do I already have a thing for this? No, because I have to do it through a window capture. And the window capture sucks. Here we go. It looks like it's sized up already pretty well. Should lock this down. Okay, just give it a moment to lock into the screen. And we'll start. Okay. Oh yeah, the punch is still up. What sucks, so every time I have to fix something, I have to reset the thing. Like that. So wait a bit. Here we go. Okay. So I got all these cleared ones. I'll have to delete one, just because I have so many saves. It'll be easy though. It's not that big of a deal to delete one of these. Let's actually delete this one, because it's probably going to be what I'm going to doing again. And I'll do Sonic and Tails mode. Because that's like most basic mode, I guess. I want to potentially be able to abuse the Tails stuff and talk about it. Okay, so we got opening cinematics for this game. A better angle on this fan if I can. I don't know if I can. I think the plant helps. The plant makes me look better. Oh no, he stole my emeralds. Okay. So, first thing we're going to talk about is right off the top is the way the controls are designed. So, we have the streak of controls right here. There we go. And so, all these buttons do the same thing. All 3 of them. The 6 might also do the same thing. I've never actually played this with a 6 button, but we'll see. So, it's designed, you can drag your fingers across it to push all the buttons. So we'll talk about this here. So the way you spin dash is you hold down and you push a button. So by dragging your thumb across it, you basically in like just a couple, you can very quickly get to max speed in this game. Which is a big addition, especially because in the first Sonic you didn't even have the spin dash. Okay, so the 6 buttons don't work in this. So let's go. We're going to be spinning everywhere because that's how the men do it. Even though this game does kind of punish you unnecessarily. We'll talk about those as they happen. So I think our first ring is this way. So yeah, it's almost like you rev up Sonic in order to spin dash, which is cool from like a I don't know, from like a I guess an immersion angle, you could call it. It's not really immersive, but you know, like an interactability concept. But yeah, you do the way the controller is designed, you can very smoothly just move along that. This controller's a little bit stiff. See if I can get it going. I'm gonna probably jank up these special stages. The timing on them is a little bit funky, but it's something that after you do it a few times, it's like, okay, I'm in the groove. So, okay, so here we have, this is like weird geometry. This is something that's just to do with the Genesis. See if I can get it tapping again. Yeah, no. Okay, so something that happened there is I got caught on a subpixel, which happens. It's just a miscalculation on the game's part for how the terrain is shaped, and sometimes you can just hit a hill as if it was a wall. It's something that you don't really have much control over. It's kind of, I guess, RNG. RNG implies intent, but not necessarily, I guess. So we're playing Sonic, so we want to go fast. Because fast is fun. Alright, and we're going to get our first introduction as to how this game does narrative. Which we do it all visually and through the level design. There's no reason to hit this guy, we can just wait. Okay. So we are progressively introduced to, like, the island being damaged without any dialogue or any sort of written exposition. This game gives a narrative purely through just its interaction with the world, the way the stage changes. And we got the nice effects of, like, the, yeah, can I get back here? I'm a little bit hung up on this steep hill. But you can see the deeper forest fire in the background, which works into the parallax scrolling that it uses. I don't think this level uses the parallax real heavily. Let's see. No, that doesn't use a lot of parallax here. We'll actually go for the fire. Because fire immunity will be more useful. Watch me immediately go into the water. Okay. So then we meet with this guy again as the mini-boss. Actually, can you spin underneath him? Probably. See, could I have gone like this? Probably. I probably could have done that. I don't know or remember all the tricks here. So we don't really get a good look at the parallax in this level. We'll see it more in later levels. I think when we get to the and Knuckles levels, we'll see more parallax, if I remember correctly. So if I remember, you want to actually turn as you're exiting the grid square. You don't want to turn on a dime. It's preferable to turn early. See if I can get the juice for this guy going. There is a speed cap, so I will end up going super fast, but at a point you can just handle it. Once you can handle a certain speed. Not to say that the max speed is easy, but if you can handle the max speed, then all these are, for the most part, free. Beyond getting trapped or lost. Which I'm missing a section here. Let's turn around and go right. Okay, that's the one I want to do last. Oh, okay. I'm still stiff on it. And we'll be getting hypersonic, don't you worry. I'll consider doing the Knuckles campaign as well, depending on how quickly this goes. because they are different enough. Ah. I believe I'm taking the slow path right now. Well, that's a phone call. I won't be picking up right now. It's probably nothing of interest. So I know that there are actually enough bonus stages that you can get supersonic by the time you get to Carnival Zone. But naturally I'm out of practice enough and don't have the locations of the bonus stages memorized well enough to do that. Okay, there's utilizing the, I don't know what you call it, like the shock or whatever. But you do have a attack in this game, unlike the previous two Sonic games. Oh, sour. Okay. This one I think is one in the style where you have to go like through a obstacle course. So. So it's always felt like a little bit of a mystery to me, what causes the speed increases. I'm not sure if it's based on a timer, distance traveled, or how many turns you've made. Or if, like, turns cost a little bit more. I guess, well, if they take longer, they would cost more. This sucks. Ah! The bad turn barked that. I probably could have still saved it, but I'm no good. Okay, so we can't quite make it up there. Wait. We can probably go like this. There we go. Okay. We'll just go. Feel like there was a secret over there, but I think that I might also be wrong. So I believe all the shields in this game reflect projectiles. Let's see, let me... Got an item box right there. There we go. That's how we get it. Oh, am I gonna be one ring short? Okay, no, we're good. Okay. And here we go. This is another, I was talking about the way the game expresses narrative. And so here is a mini-boss expressing the narrative. I guess it's not really a boss. If you just keep running forward, you're always good. But it's very cinematic is what I'm saying. And here we go, some use of the parallax. Really, really good use of parallax rolling. all I gotta do is be careful to not accidentally double jump and throw myself off a cliff. But because I have the fire shield, I'm immune to his attacks. There we go. Okay. And unlike the previous Sonic games, this actually has explanation as to level transitions, why you move from theme to stage to theme stage. So here we go. And then Chuckles shows up to be a bad lad. A good Genesis sound effect, that. So if I remember, there is a bonus if I go like this. Okay, we gotta go. Gotta be a little more saucy than that. Now I can do this. Ah! I'm willing to drown to try this out. Oh, ow! I can just, okay, if I'm just really finicky, I can jump over to it. No problem. By the way, music there. Great music for making you, stress out. Ah! I couldn't quite make it over. Let's see. Still want to try and do this. Well, end up using up a continue trying to get to a potential secret. Here we go. Okay, is there only rings here? Ah, I swore that there was a bonus. Oh well. Too late now. Pop. Okay. So I believe you can still drown while invulnerable, so have to keep that in mind. There's also plenty of bonuses here. They are difficult enough to find, though, that we probably won't be seeing any of them. It's easy to just not go the right direction in this level. If I was really spending time to explore, I'd probably bump into them, but... let's do some of these bonuses. I don't normally do them, but hey, potential for free lives, and we get to see them. Since I am supposed to be like reviewing this game a little bit. Ah, I worked it. Yeah, there's a guaranteed 1-up at the top of that, but. Look, okay, so that was us getting stuck on a sub-pixel right there. You'll see it happen plenty of times. I'll point it out when it does happen. Oh. That was already happening as I saw it happen. I actually jumped too high to try and get over it. Get some blast processing here. No, is that not quite enough? No. Let's move our way up. if I recall, there's actually a bonus there. Or it's a similar section. Let's see. No, it must be a similar one. Bonus here, though. Okay. Let's see if I actually don't bork this one. Okay. Okay, I think, is it just the middle ones now? I don't remember how you're supposed to get the middle ones. Yeah. Yeah, there's a way to get all of those, but I don't remember what it is. I probably borked it. It's gonna be a bit before I am good enough again at the bonus levels to reliably do them. Okay, so there's this boss. So what we want to do is try and land on him. It's pretty tough, though. Because you end up, once you get it... So, something that I like is, whenever you transition zones, so Act 2, you'll notice that the music is different. It usually adds an additional layer of music between Act 1 and Act 2. I think that really gets utilized well in Sonic Mania. Go. Oh. I'm sure that had a speed up thing on it, but it doesn't. Let's go ahead and do the bonus. There's 2 different kinds of bonuses. This one. No, there's 3. Because there's another style of slot, as I recall. Because, remember that Sega is primarily a casino as a company. So we gotta have some gambling. We're gonna get all the lives we ever need. So the slots in Sonic games are oftentimes pretty loose. I wonder if Sega did that on purpose to make you want to go to their slot machines. Like, the slot machines in Pokemon kind of suck. But, Nintendo also doesn't have a stake in the game. Same thing with Dragon Quest. Square Enix doesn't own a chain of casinos. So they have no interest. Okay, that's where the thing is. I don't know how to get to it, though. I probably did at one point in my life, but I don't know. So when we're on the move, we basically always want to be a ball. I don't think that the frame cap is unlimited in Sonic 3. But in Sonic 2, if you're in the shape of a ball, there is no top speed. You go as fast as the game moves you. Let's actually see if we can go up that. Try it again. The other benefit is that you are virtually, though not necessarily, invulnerable while ball-shaped. That's the one we want to do last. We want to do that one that we only have 4 remaining. That is to get the max ring, but I mean, I don't need to do that to get the stuff. But I'd still like to get the max ring. Oop. Where are our remaining ones? Check this. Okay, no, that's all good. I'll throw out that. Ah, found him. This should be all of them except for those 4 that I skipped before. If I could get this one ring. So audio cues is really key when trying to win these. You can kind of really just feel it by the sound of you collecting stuff. Trying to go visually is a bit rough. Instead, you need to focus on like trying to find a rhythm. Okay, so we got perfect. All we gotta do is finish out this level. Okay, it should be like this way. Yeah. Okay, how do I want to do this? I think I know. Yikes. Okay, so that plan sucked. And we're good. Okay, we got our first one. It only took me, what, 4 tries? And the other ones are frankly easier. It's just about finding that rhythm. You kind of need to, like, turn early. Ching. Let's just reverse this. Whoosh. Ah! For some reason, my brain was saying this will drag me with it. I might not be high enough. Okay, I want to take the upper path. General rule of video games, but especially true in Sonic, taking the upper path is almost always the superior path. Can I still not quite make that jump? That's still a little too high up. These levels are also pretty big. There's quite a lot to explore in Sonic games. Most every level has, I'd say, 3 or more paths, which you could potentially take. With variable amounts of bonuses and what have. Usually the top, most difficult path has the best stuff to get. It's also arguably the least deadly. You tend to find the least amount of enemies higher up as I get hit. But the difficulty is not falling when you go higher up. Staying on the same path. You also, if you take the upper paths, have backup should you fall into, say, a pit. Because it won't be instant death. You'll have usually one backup floor beneath you. So there is a skill reward curve. I think there's a secret this way. No? Okay. Oh. Well. Okay, rush through this. Zoom. So I kind of don't like that being ball-shaped is the best shape. I feel that's bad for skill reward type stuff. I'm not getting stymied as bad as I remember Sonic 3 doing. I remember the first level being especially bad with kind of like dicking you out of going fast. Am I just out of reach of that? I might be able to still like bubble bounce up to it. Ooh, can I not bounce on this? Give it one more shot. I might not be able to jump into this guy. Oh, there we go. You can just like barely almost like climb up onto it. Okay, this one is a specific one that I know if you don't stay organized, you'll really get screwed. Okay, I want to stay on the right. And then we go like this. I screwed that up. Okay, here we go. Stay on the right. I'm probably still doing this wrong, but I have the vague idea of what it is that you're supposed to do to make this guy like super safe. Did I screw it up? Kinda. Not too many more left. Yeah, it's hard to do this without setting yourself up for really tough jumps. There is a method for it, but... yeah, because you would like, theoretically, to not have to do those double jumps. But, we're finished. There we go. All I had to do was not touch the controls at that point. Because you can jump 2 tiles in one go, but the timing is on the tighter side. And you can set it up so that you don't have to do that, but... alright. So we got 2 of 8. Well, technically 2 of 16. Yeah, I have a feeling this is going to take maybe the entire week. This actually might be a full game. Especially if I'm playing to experience everything. And I'm not playing it with going fast in mind. So here we got Chuckles again, being a bad lad. Yeah, well, especially because I'm doing Sonic and Knuckles 3, which is technically 2 games. I figured without much you. You're gonna have to say that again, dude. Try again. hold up and we go higher? No, my timing's just bad, I guess. So this is a clever boss. I really enjoy the style that this boss has. So you have to use his own attacks against him. This a common staple. Oh, it's still, like, the length of the game, though, we'll still have. I'm also considering I might also play the Knuckles campaign. If you can balance that really good, you can just, like, get Robotnik really fast. I don't have the, like, muscle memory for it right now, though. Yep. So, yeah, it will be a quicker run for what it is. But if I'm playing and only stretches of 2 hours, like, I could do it all in one sitting, no problem. But I'm playing Sonic 3, Sonic and Knuckles, and then I might do the Knuckles campaign. So that's, like, almost 4 games I'll be playing. Okay, here we are, Marble Garden. I hate Marble Garden, but, Marble Garden, if you have paranoia about being crushed by objects and platformers, Marble Garden is hell on earth. It also has, a bit of a problem with, subpixels. It's got a lot of subpixels, and it's probably because of the steepness of these hills. Okay, so I'll talk about the electric shield, which I got on right now. So the electric shield gives us a double jump, and it also attracts rings to us. So especially when you're a kid, this is the best one, but overall, this is probably the best shield. The double jump just gives you a lot of movement utility. I don't think I can actually go up this. Yeah. At least not like this. I think I need to take one of the tops if I want to go up that. We got these guys who are pretend spikes. You can actually tell the difference. They're more bulbous at the bottom. Fun fact. So we got these wheels. We bounce on them. Or you don't have to bounce, you just have to spin against them. To cause various effects. Okay, now we're going to use the top. Damn. Not anymore. Ooh. I worked that. Should have killed that guy when I had the chance. So, well, we'll have plenty more of the top. We'll talk about it when we get it again. Actually, I think it respawns. Because I think you have to use the top. Yeah. Okay, so the top, if you run on it, it spins and a little bit in the direction that you're going. And if it touches the ground, it's going to make you go super fast. Here we go. So the top is a little bit frustrating to use. It's a little bit like playing the helicopter game, using the top. Except instead of pushing up, down, it's left to right. Let's just get off of it. The top is necessary in a couple sections, but in this area it's probably mostly just to get a secret. Probably like a secret over there. I actually made it over that. I thought I was gonna have to bounce off the spikes to progress. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if there's some neat stuff you could do in a speedrun with the top. Except for the fact that I think that in speedruns they skip this entire level. I believe you can just glitch, wrap around the whole level. Although, probably in a glitchless run, you could do some neat stuff with it, maybe. Don't know. little bit funky. Zoom. Oh, I wasn't quite fast enough. Tails, you ruined it. So that's something that can happen, and it's a danger of having Tails with you. Part of the reason why I actually brought him is to display that. Is what can happen is Tails can hit an enemy, and if the enemy takes multiple hits to kill, most enemies get iframes right after being hit. And so if Tails hits them, you'll attack through them, potentially sending you to your doom. I know that was a real problem, especially in Sonic 2 against the Oil Ocean boss. However, at the same time, you could abuse Tails to take out some bosses, namely the Oil Ocean boss. This is another one that's kind of maze-like, and you need to know ahead of time how you're getting through it. So I'm probably going to screw up this one. I remember this being one of the tougher ones. We have to go through this at some point, so we can go through that. I think there's actually two of those. And there's the ring pool just like right there. Yeah, I also think that you can trap yourself in this one. So I don't want to take the long stretch of them again. We want to save that for the end. How do we get over to the other side of this? I don't remember. You're not supposed to just awkwardly jump, I'm pretty sure. But I might. Okay, wait. We got, some blue ones over here. Oh, damn. Just trying to explore. I borked it. Yeah, that's one of the tougher ones, as I recall. Especially if you're trying to get all the rings. I got the feel for the, or I'm slowly getting the feel for the bonus stages again. Oh, wait. Oh, I backtracked by accident. We want to go down. Let's see. Can I just, like, jump? High-risk maneuver. Ah! Ah! Okay. Get sped through with the top. Yeah, I imagine that there's still paths in Sonic 3 that I've just never seen. Let's break some physics. Doing that bothers me a little bit because I know that it defies physical laws. But that's just because I'm weird. The fact that I can roll and get higher than I was. I don't know if there's a way to reliably dodge that boss, other than just, you know, a bit of luck and what have. There probably is. But it seems like RNG wherever he drops off. And since you have such poor momentum in this game, Or I should say poor acceleration. Sonic has awful acceleration. He's all top speed, no excel. Which, if you know anything about driving games, that's a build of champions. High top speed, but no acceleration. Means you just have to be good. But it does also mean that it's hard to quickly respond to boss movements. So I definitely have to get all the emeralds in this because you don't see the end of the game unless you do. So I have to do all 16 bonus stages. I'm sorry. 14, not 16. I'm a dork. If I do end up doing the Knuckles campaign, I don't need to collect them, so I won't bother. I might do it for fun. Yeah, you like always get thrown into that guy right there. Even if you see it coming. It's like a little too fast to respond. This game is kind of designed in such a way that you can fuck up as many times as you want. You just can't fuck up twice in a row, is the only rule. Okay. Now this boss... Are we hitting the boss yet? We still got a little bit more. Because this boss was, like, horrifying as a kid. I don't know the benefit of having invulnerability when I have to wait on a platform, but okay. Oh, he's invulnerable himself while he's got spikes out. Okay. There we go. I guess it lasts long enough that it can get you through, like, all this. Okay. Hey, and what? Alright. Let's just go this way. We'll not go the special way. We'll take the top. Yeah, this is on my Mark 1 as opposed to my Mark 2. It's actually my Mark 1 and Sega CD. The Sega CD improves the audio quality. Concerning which, I don't know if there's a Sega CD thing on the Gauntlet. I should check later. Because I'd roll Sega CDs. Maybe I'll do it for this season. Maybe I opted to not do it last season, even if I saw it. Taylor's just screwing everything up. Okay. Was there a bonus this way? Oh, no. Well, here's the thing. I don't need CRISPR. That's fine. It's original hardware. And that's more important to me than anything. Because it plays the way it should. And it looks the way it should. A lot of times, visual effects don't work. And also, I should be grading it largely on how it would have been in release. But, like, a lot of the coloration things that the Genesis does not work on emulator. Especially when you deal with one of those people who decide, I'll put a bunch of filters on my emulator. I'm like, fuck off. Why don't you just play a different game? If you don't like the way it looks, play a different game. Okay, we'll do a bonus. It gets fun. Put a humble brag. Hey, listen, I'm proud of... Like, I'll show you my setup right now. Like, if I could, I'd be playing original hardware for everything. In fact, if I ever got enough of a following to set up a Patreon, that would probably be like the $200 mark is, I'll try and do everything I can that isn't like crazy rare on original hardware. No, Sonic 2 is. Sonic 2 is the game that introduced Tails. People complain about Sonic games introducing new Sonic characters, but actually every Sonic game has introduced new characters. That's nothing new. Now, if you just want to talk about the quality of the characters, that's the real problem. Not the fact that they're introducing characters. It's the fact that they introduce shit characters. But Big is legit. No, dude, Big's legit. He's too legit to quit. Though I will say, the fucking robot storyline in Sonic Adventure is actually really sick. The robot is like a fucking Inquisitor's wet dream in Dark Heresy, or not just Dark Heresy, but 40K. Tails is okay. Tails is good because it's a very short. It's basically the Sonic levels cut in half, and then turned into race courses, which is a fine idea. The fucking Amy Rose levels are also really fun. Once you get the momentum mechanic down, it's got really interesting level design, like really cool level design, specifically. Wait. Oh, yeah. That's probably what they thought, specifically, too. Is we'll just shorten all the levels and make it a whole theme of you taking shortcuts. We'll make it about taking shortcuts, you know? That way you don't feel like you're abusing the levels. Ah, damn. Okay. And do it! Yeah. Oh, I thought that was a bonus. I mean, that's cool, too. Yeah, I think actually, other than the fact that the controls are... Oh, the bouncy spikes, that's only those specific enemies are bouncy. And it's specifically to try and dupe you. Okay, so here's the boss that will always stress you the fuck out when you're a kid. They're pretty good. I think in a lot of ways Sonic 2 is better than Sonic 3. Don't play Sonic 1. So this, yeah, you can see why this boss stresses you out when you're a kid. Ah. Okay. It's a sick boss, though, in design. Just that, you know, when you're 7 years old, it's like, oh, oh, oh no. Sonic 3 is also long compared to the other Sonics. Like, I wasn't speeding through this, but you can see I'm at 7 minutes. Levels taking 5+ minutes is pretty normal for 3. We need to go down hills. There we go. So yeah, we're playing on original hardware, so we're doing this cool shit. Okay, so transition to the Carnival Zone. Carnival Night Zone. So, yeah, the ring bonus. That's fine. I don't need more continues. So this level, is pretty famous for being unbeatable. I actually never even beat this, level until I was, I think, 16. Because there's secret controls for this level. And, many kids never knew how to beat it. Yeah, the up and down elevators. The, like, drums. This level's actually pretty cool. It's got some, problems with its physics. I can probably actually show off some of the physics problems. You'll probably actually see it by accident. But, so, oh, that's because Vinny is retarded. Vinny's an idiot, and he doesn't know how to play video games. But this game has some physics that allows you to run upside down a lot. Almost everything you can run upside down on. That makes some of the walls and ceilings a little bit sticky. Which is a little bit of a problem, but for it getting the effect, it's not a problem. Tails, are you gonna fuck this up for me? Tails can sometimes fuck up this elevator. Yeah. I specifically am playing with Tails because Tails does fuck stuff up. Okay. Oh. Go like this. Jump. By the way, I didn't know that Vinny finally caved and played a Sonic game. What a loser. He truly has jumped the shark if he's played a Sonic game. That's the truth. Although he was a pretty obnoxious memer about never playing a Sonic game. It's like, dude, they're fine games. He's just like one of those people. Oh, no, absolutely not. I'm playing with Tails because he specifically sucks. No, you say she did. Honestly, it's, his audience did. That's the reality of the issue. But because he is such a fucking, retarded-ass 90s kid, that he was still in the mindset of... What's it? He's still, like, got, what's it called? The console wars mentality. I can't like a Sonic game, because that's Sega! Even though Sega, like, has barely been a, mover and shaker for years. Oh, he actually did it at her house? Well, that's reason enough to do it. But all the same. No, it's always because Vinny's been the... But I like the Mario, and I can't potentially like 2 games from 2 different consoles. That's bad. Like it's still 1996. Okay, the rest of this should be free. I can still bork it like a dork, but I shouldn't. Hit the remaining 2 blocks on the other side. And... no, screw it up right at the end. That'd be embarrassing. Okay. You want the choke? Yeah, it's pretty easy to choke, because the timing is a little bit funky. But I think I figured out the timing on it again. Whenever I come back to this game, there's always a deal of me finding the timing for the bonuses again. Ah! Oh yeah, and it's an adequate challenge. Well, that's the best example though. Is oh yeah, we get to do this one with the best song. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I want the barrier. No, give me a life. Fuck your rings. Give me those. What up? Oh well. I would say the best example is Dark Souls. Dark Souls, you die all the time, but you have fun because the game is good. Okay, so it's these. These are what the problem is. You have to push up and down. Now, was she mean and not tell him how they work? And just laugh at him to make him suffer from the same thing that many children had to suffer from? Because if you just tell someone how it works, they figure it out. But you have to know that it works, because let him time out twice before telling him? Yikes. Well, I guess that's the authentic Sonic 3 experience. I don't know if you remember, did he like the music for the Ice Cap Zone? Because the Ice Cap Zone has really sick music, and it's actually worked on by Michael Jackson and his crew. So is Launch Base Zone, but it's not as good. Okay, no worries. The other thing about the Ice Cap Zone is actually another song. It's straight up a song made by another band. Called the Jetsons. Oh! Physics! Ah, fuck, I don't need the extra life, I'm good. Oh, yeah. Haha, clowns. Clowns and zombies. Clowns and zombies and shotguns. All the stuff that fucking 12-year-olds like. I guess clowns are back in, aren't they? Clowns are a thing again. Because clowns are in whiteface. I forgot that clowns are back because they're white supremacist symbols. Oh, but that was probably before that. Alright, what did it? Oh, yeah. Okay, so... Oh, I fucked that up. I'm a dork. I was going like, okay, we need to avoid that. That's the one you have to get last. If you want the perfect, which I do want the perfect. Because cool boys always get the perfect. Yeah, I'm sure Vinny made all the funny clown and Sonic noises. And all the babies, they slapped their thighs and laughed. You know. Although, oh, hey, listen. It sucks for me to watch, like, something like Vine Sauce anymore because it's so kiddie. But hey, I would gladly, that's like why I do Survival Man, because it would attract a kiddie audience. Oh, yeah, completion for the sake of completion. Well, that's the point of, like, what's it called? Chivos. Yeah, bit of hair in my mouth. Ring bonus 3. I don't need the ring bonus. What kind of sucks is actually rip time bonus. But good luck getting a good time bonus in Sonic 3. Part of the problem with Sonic 3. The levels are too long. Okay, so it's specifically stage 2 here where kids get stuck. We gotta wait for Knuckles to turn the lights out. It's weird, I got like kind of stuck there. There we go. Also, bumpers. The bumpers in this level make this level awful. There we go. I mean, I guess it's technically not completion for... Oh, shit. I saw that happening. When you have the slow death, you can just see the death coming at you. But you are given a bonus. You're given extra continues for successfully getting the perfect. So it's not entirely pointless. I think that it technically gives you enough points to give you a continue is the way it works. Another problem with this game I have is it does punish you for going fast, which is... We are playing Sonic here. What are you doing? What are you doing, punish me? Go. Oh, Sonic Generations is pretty... So you played, that's technically a 3D Sonic. I would totally check out if you got the dodge for it. Get Sonic Mania. It's actually really good. I was very much impressed by how good it was. It's one of the few games in a long time that I've played where I just like sat down when I got it and I just played through the whole game. Like I binged it. That might lock me out, so. Wait. Oh, you beat my, oh, you must have really, scalped it then. Because that was a really tight time. Because didn't I had an under 30 second, I think I had like a 25-second time on that. Because that's like the perfectionist level. So here's one of the examples of being able to run upside down. If you know how to use it, there is a trick to using these. You gotta know how to do it though. And the trick is to actually run the opposite direction to where you want to go. So pro tip. Like I would, no problem, if you want to do like some runs of competitive Sonic 2 runs. That would be fun. Like we just Game Shark or save state to certain levels and do, what's it called? ILs. ILs on Sonic 2 is really fun. And of course Sonic Mania, like, its levels are really good, except for like one or two of them are kinda shit. But at the same time, Sonic 3 is good, and here I am playing the Clown Zone, and it sucks. They're not all winners. But, well, I mean, bringing up a point that you said before, where you asked me if Ocarina of Time is my favorite game. And as I said, the thing about Ocarina of Time is it basically is a flawless game. Yeah. Oh yeah, to get it in a sexy time. That's what I usually focus on. I'm not interested in competitive speedrunning as much as just getting like sexy times. Having really smooth runs. Getting the run that's like, oh, that's the run where I just never stopped type run. Not necessarily the most abusive run. Yeah. Let me actually pay attention a little bit here. Oh, this sucks. Okay, and then we go like this. Okay, I need air. There we go. Just write it all the way down. Anyway, and it's still true that there's nothing wrong with Ocarina of Time, and that's what's good about it. However, that doesn't necessarily make it a good game, or, okay, it makes it good almost by definition, but it doesn't make it a favorite. If you think about how often people like games that are specifically flawed, the argument I always like to make is Die Hard is a perfect movie. However, Not a lot of people will list Die Hard as their favorite movie. Die Hard is excellently, what's it? Done in like every way. It communicates everything about the story, the plot. Everything is done perfectly. Lighting is perfect. Everything. However, that doesn't necessarily make it your favorite game. Oftentimes, a lot of people's favorite game is a flawed game. Something in defense of people who really like Majora's Mask is that Majora's Mask is a very flawed game. It's still a lot of people's quote-unquote favorite. However, I do have contention with people liking Majora's Mask, in that usually the reason is they're being hipsters who are actively disliking Ocarina of Time, when, let's be honest, it's Ocarina of Time again. It uses all the same models. It's just a different, it's same exact engine, zero effort. Yeah. Is Red Tearstone Halberd the best? Really, the Halberd is the best. That's a surprise to me. Okay, we go like this. Oh, the little bird. Are you singing about something? Give me a moment. Oh yeah, Shawshank is really good. Little bird, do you want attention? Want to step up? No. He just is singing the song to his food, I guess. He's like singing to his food bowl a little bit. Although, at least in context, I don't think that Shawshank is a good example, because I think that's the example of a flawless movie. I can't think of anything wrong with Shawshank Redemption. At least off the top of my head. Oh, facing the wrong way. But I want this lightning bubble. Okay. Wait, no! Oh, I can just jump to it. Whatever. Cool boy me. Okay. Zoom. I was actually hoping that there was a spring back here, but there wasn't. By the way, playing this on original hardware feels so good. That's the only way to play the classic Sonics, honestly, is on original hardware. Because of the specific design it has. Well, I didn't think it was... I didn't think that the point of Shawshank was to accurately portray prison life. And it being slow, you could argue, is, to its benefit. I don't feel like doing a bonus right now. I feel like there's a big ring here, but I don't remember. I'm probably going to have to end up backtracking to get the final level. Just because I don't remember where all the big rings are. Okay, so this is the famous drum. So you just push up and down. Yeah, Tails borked it a little bit, but good now. Don't jump, Tails. We'll screw it up. Oh, is he? I didn't know that. I think that drum actually can't go high enough to kill you. Don't quote me on that. Oh no, so right now, to give you context of what we're talking about how something that is flawless isn't necessarily a favorite. I would argue that Shawshank Redemption isn't too slow, it's just that modern audiences don't have the patience for it. I have to go up this, right? We're going this way? No, we're not. I guess we're going this way. The power of fucking Carnival Night Zone. Of the Sega casino levels, this is probably the worst. Because every Sega game needs a casino level, otherwise it's not a Sega game. That's actually a big flaw I have with Bayonetta. Yeah, but my main example is Die Hard is a perfect movie. But very few people will say that Die Hard is their favorite movie. And I'm making the same point that Ocarina of Time is a perfect video game. However, that doesn't necessarily mean that it is my favorite game. I think my game that I would consistently say is my favorite is probably Gunstar Heroes. With Earthbound probably in a second place. And my reason for citing it is because if you said, hey, go play Gunstar Heroes, I would play it right now. I would play the whole game. I wouldn't even hesitate. I'd be like, oh yeah, dude, I'm totally up for Gunstar Heroes. I'm always up for Gunstar Heroes. Oh, yeah. If I roll up Gunstar Heroes, I might have to play it on hard mode, as a forewarning. Uh-oh. Chuckles is here to be a bad lad. Yeah, no, it's crazy solid. So, once again, it's a perfect game. It lacks a little bit of standout stuff. But just because it's perfect doesn't mean that's necessarily anyone's favorite. Well, I mean, what if you're just not fucking into, like, running guns? So, oh yeah, so here we are, Mr. Smiley, I'll show off. The reason why when you play Sonic, you have to play on a, with original hardware, because here's how we do the spin dash. We hold down, and you just streak your fingers across the controller like that. And just doing it like, that's max speed right there, so, pop. Yeah, well, it's a, you get infinite continues in the game. It's got multiple difficulties. If you wanted to say it's too hard, it's a little bit of a weak complaint. I'm stuck in this. I'm being like really sloppy just to get rid of him. Oh, wait! I ran out of time! This is a problem with Sonic 3. I actually didn't go that slow, either. I didn't get, like, stuck anywhere. I mean, granted, I was, like, talking about the things in the level, but the levels are just really long. What's it? The Emperor Zone in Sonic Mania, or whatever it's called. The final level in, Sonic Mania is also too long. I have no problem with games having tight time limits. My problem with, like, Sonic Mania is that it has a tight time limit of 10 minutes. And I don't want to play a game where I have to squeeze between 9 and 10 minutes. You know what I mean? That's too much time sink for failure. So it's a snow level next, right? The level with the sickest music? Which, actually, fun fact, the levels are in the wrong order. Oh, I'm not gonna bother to talk all about it because I don't know the proper order that the levels are supposed to be in, but the levels are out of order in this game. I think this is supposed to take me to Flying Battery Zone, but it's gonna take me to the snow level. Yeah, so get this music pumping. I'll be quiet. No, I think the time limit was just always there just as a like a scoring mechanism and to punish you. In fact, I think in Sonic 1, if you just stand still for a minute, Sonic leaves the screen and you lose a life. Okay, so I played that, and I'm gonna play this, even though it might get my stream muted. But I think it's worth playing. So I'll actually mute this game for a little bit. Here we go, Hard Times. So I'll play this. This is done by the same people who did the music for this level. And give this a listen. There we go. Of my life. Oh, I didn't do a very good job with the fade. I'm doing it with my offhand. Anyway. So yeah. And that was done by the same people who did this, and I think the overlap is pretty obvious. Just let me zoom back in. So yeah, and so what you was hearing before are actually the same people who do the audio for Michael Jackson. And Michael Jackson also did work on this, so it was a group partnership with like Michael Jackson and his design studio. And Crush 40. Crush 40 you know from the Sonic Adventure music. So, you know, when we talk about, live and learn, and shit like that, that's Crush 40. So that's Crush 40 working on this with Michael Jackson's producers, and Michael Jackson himself. So that, there was a history lesson for you guys. Oh, shit. Ah, there we go. Ah! A dick spring. A spring that specifically doesn't work the way you want it to. So this level is actually really rough if you have Supersonic. You're very likely to just run into a pit. Okay, I guess I have to jump up. I thought you could just jump straight across the other one. Obviously not. Hooah! Okay. Ah, I wanted to do the spin jump. Okay, that one got me enough height. That's fine, whatever. Ah! No, I can't move! I touched a wall and it killed my momentum. Okay. Let's not suck this. We're gonna actually do this right. Okay, and leap! There we go. Watch out for pinguinos. Okay, so there's a shortcut to go through all this like really fast. I didn't do it though. Oh. Thought that was the end of it. Ah! It's still a little too juicy, this music. It's hard for me to tell. I'm doing it through my audio mixer and a different way than before. Since I'm mixing in the console. So there's a common complaint about Sonic games, which is Sonic is about going fast, but all the time you bump into things that stop you from going fast. You'll hear that from fuckwits like Jack at Red Letter Media. And I think Worcester, the Sonic speedrunner, like the Sonic speedrunner, describes it the best. And he said, Sonic is not a game where you go fast. Sonic is a game where you can go fast. Where the better you are, the game rewards you by going faster. That's why, like, speedrunning ILs, especially of Sonic games, is really exciting. Damn. Because the better you are at the game, the faster you get to go. It's a direct reward. Ah! I didn't hold down the jump button because I was tapping it to try and nail it. So these jumps are, you don't get a lot of ground clearance for them. There we go. Ah! Get that one. Oh, fuck! Fuck. You duped me, game. Yeah, okay, we have to hit that spring. You just don't have enough momentum otherwise. In general, Sonic is also a great game for 1cc. At least until you got it down, and then it's kinda easy. But I can make this. Ah! No! Okay, we're good. It's got a good amount of difficulty that you can really learn it and then walk away and go like, ah, I've got this guy in the bag. I love the parallax in this section, by the way. Just like, look at that parallax background. Oh, I'm not running anymore, so. I'm about to do stage 2, so. This boss is a real pain. Okay, so once again, I'll bring it up because it's really noticeable with this level. Act 2 always adds a new layer of music to change up the sound of the audio, usually to fit the aesthetic more. Because Act 2 will have a slightly different theme to it. This one will not be ice caves, but rather all above ground with the glaciers here in the background. And just get a sick look at how good the parallax is in the background. Wow! There's better parallax, honestly. That's not the best example of parallax in a Sega game, but it's pretty good. And this one is like really heavy on the bass for the music, though. Don't screw this up, Tails. Tails, don't screw it up. I don't want to hit those Doctor Contingency boxes by accident. Yeah. Tails! No! Well, at least I got the one up. I walk right into a Pinguino. Fuck guys with spikes around them. This shit's impossible. Alright. And then the fight against Dr. Contingency. Oh, I actually thought that he got me. Oh, now he did. Oh, dag. So there is a problem with fighting this boss with Tails. And that is the direction that he blows the I don't know what you call it. The like nitrogen is determinant on where you are, but it does register Tails as where you are. So it'll attack at an invisible you. Oh, we need curry rice. Oh, that boss. Oh no. Damn. Kinda stuck here. Right, let me go back. Get a ring. There we go. I actually don't think that there's any rings between here and the boss anyway, so I have to do this. Ooh, actually, can I get up there? I think that there's a barrier up there. Oh, got stuck on a subpixel. Yeah, we just need to go backwards. Kind of stuck in this. Let me get other way. Okay, let's go. Zoom. Yeah, I still fucked it up. I got rings now. Okay. Yeah, there's no rings, so I have to backtrack if I want rings at all. Ah. Benefit of Tails is he can actually knock you out of the ice before you take damage. Yeah, curry rice is the worst. Yeah, when you speedrun Gunstar Heroes, you do the Dice Palace first. Because if you get curry rice, it's run over. Alright, so this is the last level of Sonic 3. This is also done by Michael Jackson. Although there's no obvious analog to it like the other one. We got some hot Genesis vocalizations, which is really sick. Okay, so let's talk about narrative again. So you can see the death egg being built in the background here. It's built into like the parallax. Since talking about this game, a big part about it will be narrative storytelling using pure visualizations, as a video game should. A good video game can tell you what's happening in the plot and communicate its story with having no dialogue at all. Which that includes written or spoken. The rule of show me, don't tell me. This. Oh, I missed the jump. I knew that jump was coming, but I was still slow on it. This doesn't have the best examples of the narrative, Sonic 3, but when we get to Sonic and Knuckles, there's a lot more to talk about for that. As you see where I'm at time-wise. I had to reset a bunch of that. There's a bonus down there, as I recall. Or is it just a fire shield? I think we have to drop off, like, right here. And we have to go like this. We have to spin and jump. Oh, damn. Maybe a regular jump will do it. Accidentally pushing against the grain. I want to get into that secret. I can't just spin dash it, right? Maybe if I go like this. Nope. Ah, fuck it. I'm probably gonna have to grind for the last emeralds anyway. Since the last emeralds are required for actually beating the game. You have to get all 14 of them. Tails, don't screw this up for me. Okay, let's spin dash up. That'll be better for timing. There we go. Ah! You saw my plan coming, game. Da 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 da. Oh, Tails is screwing it up for me. Oh, well, I guess I can't complain if, Tails got something I wanted. I mean, I guess I don't really need the lives. I just kind of want them. Yeah, but when I review this game, we're definitely going to be talking about Pick Up That Can. Almost guaranteed. If I don't talk about Pick Up That Can, it's because I'm going to save it for a bigger video. Like, I might do a full 30-minute thing on it. But I'm probably gonna do both. I'm probably gonna do this and then later on a like 30-minute video on pick up that can. With plenty of Sonic 3 examples. I need to find other games. I'd like to have like 5 games that have great examples of pick up that can. Oh, let's just carry on. Just about at the mini boss. By the way, the little Robotnik sighting with him getting parts of the mini boss is cute. There's Chuckles being bad lad. I like that the building patiently waited for you to get out. By the way, Knuckles did 9/11. Howdy. Okay, mini boss. If you're a real man, you go at him without waiting for safety spots. You instead use the shock. Yeah. So, by the way, there's 2 more mini bosses you can see. If you play as Knuckles, you'll fight the other 2. Almost guaranteed I'm going to do a Knuckles run. Hey, listen. Just because you're afraid of the truth, though. Hashtag Knuckles did 9/11. Hashtag what about launch base zone? Knuckles is the one who took down Tower 7. There we go. Boing. Launch base zone was an inside job. Get the bounce on that. Boing. Okay, so there's if I remember, there's a little bit of clinchy underwater chunks to this. We'll be trying to minimize the clinch. I don't think you're supposed to be able to actually go up there, by the way. Jump in here. Ah! Game duped me. Oosh. Yeah, just keep going. Whoosh. Am I backtracking? Can't tell. I don't think so. No, I'm not. I just wasn't totally positive. Got caught on a subpixel there. Always like getting caught on subpixels. That's something I can't blame on the game devs, though. That's a problem with the hardware design. It's actually a result of them pushing the hardware design further than it's intended. Get better timing on that. Let's see, because I think that there's a secret up there. Or, well, too late now. That worked out! Okay, and then we get to ride the little eggmobile. Got Chuckles here. Oh, yeah, we bump him. There's a little bit of a problem with the fact that it's running in a different frame rate. So you probably noticed that the flame behind the like carrier pops in and out. It's supposed to be like throbbing, but that's a side effect of not being on old hardware, namely old visual hardware. Okay, so I believe this boss is different. If you're playing just Sonic 3, not Sonic and Knuckles 3. I believe it's Big Arm instead. Or is that when you're playing as Chuckles, it's Big Arm? I don't remember. The main thing to keep in mind with this boss, he's not that hard. He does have a spike ball flying around him, though, that's really easy to miss. It makes it tough to actually get multiple shots on him like that. Alright, and this drops us off in the Mushroom Hill Zone. And I'll see how long I've been playing. Because I might put the Kaiposh on it here. There we go, we got the escape egg falling in the background. Okay, Mushroom Hill Zone. So we'll let me pull up the OBS real quick. We're at an hour 49. Let's take some time. I'll do like at least this level. Overall, the Sonic and Knuckles levels are... I have to click into it to get rid of the bar. These Sonic and Knuckles levels are better than the Sonic 3 levels. They're more interesting and there's more things to explore in them. They're also more dynamic in what I was talking about as far as narration with the background. But I'll probably be closing this up soon. I think I'll just be doing the Mushroom Hill Zone and not do Flying Battery. Oh, am I actually borked? Do I have to backtrack if I want to do this? Or is only this one going to be the flashing one to show me the second tier ones? That might be the case. I don't remember. I don't remember what happens if you don't have all of them. Oh yeah, little bird? The bird's ready for me to be done. Oh, he's giving out back there. Yeah, little boy? Let's see. Let's see if he wants to visit. Little bird, do you want a treat and do you want to be on TV? Get you a treat. Yeah, getting you a treat. You gotta step up. Oh, very good. The little boy. Nom nom nom. Oh, you gotta take it from me. There you go, little guy. All right. So let's screw up this bonus stage. I think I remember this one. This one, they all have one that's shaped like that. So everyone has a good and a bad entry point to it. And we want to avoid the ones in the middle if we want to get the perfect. Ah! Just fat fingers there for a moment. I'm guessing there'll be either 8 or 16 remaining when it's time to clean up the last ones. So keep going like this. Okay, we want to go this way. This way. Oh! Okay, well, we're still safe. Ah! Okay, and then I think that there's just one more. Oh, hello, little bird. You're on my back. Oh, there's 2 more. So one's right here. Ah! Whoop, whoop. We're good. Bit sloppy, but we're good. Okay, and then where's the last one? Oh no, 21. There's still one more somewhere. Because what? 21 minus... Am I getting 6 each of these? That would put me at 15. But maybe I'm getting a different amount. I'm trying to do math as I do this, so I probably shouldn't. I'll just collect those. It'd be bad. Like these ones. Okay, we got 12 remaining. Oh, and I've collected a couple too. Okay. Oh, I turned too early, dag! Oh well. Last minute choke. We got a little bird on camera here. He's not on the bird. Yeah, I know, the choke. The choke is real. All the points I could ever want, though. Ooh, almost knocked over my coffee. Okay, I think that's the only one, though, of the, like, super rings or whatever, until I collect all of them. I don't remember what happens if you start bumping into the super rings, but you don't have all the emeralds. Let's spin through this. Do. Ah! So actually which one of these you take changes which direction you go. Tails is kind of like slowing it down right now. It changes like what doors open up. I don't know if that one is the one that I'm thinking of. I don't think it is. I just remember the left being the better one. So I always take the left for all of them. Ah! Okay, I'll get good. I can climb this. Good enough for me. Tried to adjust my toothpick while on a platform. Alright. I think we want to go this way. Is this way better? I don't remember all the secrets in this. Because there's a whole bunch of bonus rings in the first area. So this boss is basically completely free. Especially if you have the fire shield. He's still mostly free without. Well, I get the ring bonus with this one. Well, isn't 100 rings like a guaranteed continue? I think. Obviously not. Thought it was. Uh-oh. That Chuckles, he's up to no good. Being a bad lad. Oh no, he blew us so hard it turned into autumn. Let's go. Should be a ring here. Okay, yeah, so it just puts me to the older ones. It only shows me with that one. Oh yeah, little bird. Right. See, is this the way to do it? I don't remember. I don't think it is. I think this screws it up. It didn't work, but I jumped because I pancaked. I thought it wasn't gonna work, so I jumped. Honestly, even if it didn't work, I should have just eaten it anyway. Oh well. Too late now. I believe there's way more opportunities for bonus rings in Sonic and Knuckles. It could just be because I'm actually more used to the game because I owned Sonic and Knuckles for a long time without owning Sonic 3 when I was a kid. So it's possible that I just have it more explored. Which isn't going to mean much now because, you know, I don't remember it all that well. I got the fast shoes! Ah! I'm pretty sure there's a bonus there. Or it's a different section that looks like that. Oh, is it this right here? That's what I'm thinking of. It was right after that. Oh, okay, this one. This one, which is really easy if you know how to get around, but I've forgotten how to get around. I think I want to go like this. Do I want to keep looping? Like, I think you want to follow sort of one proximity side type deal. This one is like a bit of a maze in a way that it's a little bit harder to know what to do. I don't want to take the long stretches. I want to save that for the end. There we go. This is one of the things I'm looking for. We have that one done. There's one more somewhere. Is it back over here? I may have just made this much more difficult if this is not the way to go. It's on the other side of this. Which I could be... Oh! Damn. Oh well. I could do the bad thing, which is try and do the long jump to the other side. That would work. I just need to figure out how it is I need to navigate to that. It's gonna take a couple tries. I mean, how many emeralds do I have? 4? I'm missing 3 or something? We're gonna close it for the day after this level here. Let's go. Oh, damn! Get all that, lose it right there. Okay, this is the one that I'm thinking of, I think. Where you have to take the left if you want the better... I don't even remember what it gives you. I think it gives you, like, an electric shield. Oh, I choked right at the end of this one, didn't I? When I did it. Yes! Master of the craft. Thank God for buffered inputs. We'll never have a clinch moment like that again, so save it. That was some tough timing there. Yeah, that one's rough because it's a little bit weird and maze-like. And you're going to end up top speed by the end of it, almost no matter what. I remember that being a particularly hard one last time I played. Okay, so yeah, we want to take the left one up. Tails, don't screw this for me. So this one should allow us to move up through the roof. Oh, maybe that screwed it up. It's possible. Nope, we're good. And yeah, okay, so we get our just option of whatever shield we want. So I'm gonna want the electric. Because it's the best. Oh, I guess not. Oosh. So this is a boss that really uses the like parallax to its benefit. It's too bad the boss is so short because the parallax is really cool. But he only takes, I think, 8 hits, and you're gonna get 3 or 4 hits off at the very beginning. Okay, and with that, I think I'll call it. Unless, do we want to do Flying Battery Zone? Flying Battery Zone's pretty cool. I should probably just save it for tomorrow. Do Sonic 3, then do Sonic and Knuckles Tuesday, and then Wednesday do Knuckles run, and then Knuckles again run. The 2 Knuckles might be combined. Yeah, I should probably go and work on stuff, so... I guess I'll just have this play. Bit of music to play in the background. But anyway, I'm calling it for the day. I'll be back again tomorrow. We'll see what time I do it. I'm playing it a lot by ear right now. But anyway, for now, let's get the new ending up. We don't want this ending anymore. Probably just want like a classic. I need to get that Bart ending. I'll probably have it when I start working on the edit for it. Yeah, here we go. This is a good one for now. Alright, anyway. Audi.